Hey everyone, I'm shooting on Christmas Day. I have a very special guest, Mr. Omar bin Farouk, the chairman, founder, and CEO of One Broker Group.
Thank you, Anthony, for inviting me. It's an honor to
No,
be here.
actually, thank you for coming. This has been almost 2 or 3 years due. This interview was finally we have the time to catch you.
So the thing is, 2 years before, I didn't have any story. There was no story.
So we got you on the perfect time.
Yes,
Now.
thank you.
I have a very special relationship with this guest. He was my boss. we met and we like few years back, maybe in 2017, one of the most inspiring stories in this city. And today I'm here to share it with you to prove you again that no matter where you come from, no matter what's your background, if you put down the effort and you keep pushing, eventually you can make it.
It's absolutely, I'm a firm believer of it. I remember when I met you for the first time and how immensely you have grown in your life. It's something that everyone, I get inspired. To be honest, I get inspired by, a friend like you who started with absolutely nothing. I remember Anthony meeting him for the first time, and I remember him sleeping on a couch. And from there, the amount of hard work he did and the consistency that he showed and dedication and honesty that he showed, I think it's immensely inspiring for anyone, regardless. It's to be honest, it's people like you that actually inspired me, that make me get up every morning.
Oh wow!
It's when I see these success stories in Dubai, people started with zero and minus actually minus. And then you move on the ladder and you stay humble, you still help people, and it doesn't.
I had no other way.
Success does not hit you here. That's most important.
I mean, I've never understood the fact that these people, when they get some money and they start acting like they're gods or something. It's just a way of living, It's a better food, better cars, maybe better transportation.
True.
But that's it. There's nothing else.
Absolutely.
Giving is a pleasure, actually. It really gives me a pleasure giving because when I started, I couldn't find a way. So I had to try everything and fail until I got that formula. So I love to share it. Tell us about you. How did you come to Dubai? Tell us your beautiful story.
So coming to Dubai was a mere coincidence. My sister got married. My brother-in-law and my sister, they shifted to Dubai. So I came to Dubai. Didn't really had a strong intention to work in Dubai, but luckily I got a job. I was an IT guy. I've done my bachelor's in science and information technology. I cannot even say it properly now. Yeah, I did that. So I started with selling smart home solutions, and then I witnessed the boom in real estate industry in 2005, and hence that's when I shifted to real estate. And my boss back then, an extremely smart guy, used to buy and sell a lot of properties, so I started helping him out. We opened the first real estate company back in days. Was called Sherlock Holmes, my favorite character. So we opened Sherlock Holmes. He opened Sherlock Holmes, and I used to work for him. Then after that, I got a
You used to close the deals. You used to do this on a very small fraction of a commission.
So initially, I was on a salary. So then I gave him an idea. Why don't I become an agent? And you don't pay me a salary. I get commissions, which he agreed to. He was surprised. He agreed to that, and I learned a lot. Then I got an opportunity to work in Emaar. Emaar had bought Hamptons in 2006. Started off there as an agent, worked there till 2000.
How was the market back then, 2006? I'm sure most of the people viewing us have no idea.
See, 2005, 6, 7, and even 2 quarters of 8 were
golden days.
There were crazy days. Crazy days, and Dubai was still evolving. It was evolving, and when any economy that is evolving, that's when you get the maximum opportunities in that. And everyone was learning as we were experiencing a history being created in Dubai. So it was great. And to be honest, you'll be surprised when I'll tell you this. I know people back in days in 2006, 7 and 8, which were like golden years in Dubai. And I know people that left real estate. They were in real estate and they left real estate. They said, it's not for us. I'm not making enough. So,
So in the best days, they were not making money.
Yeah.
And it was because of what? Competition. It was they couldn't take the stress, or they weren't quick enough to grasp these people.
See, competition is always good. I like competition. It's always healthy because competition always helps you to improve yourself. If you don't have a competition, there is no fun. There is no fun. But competition only helps you to grow. Now, if there is no, I'm a firm believer. If you at your work, if you're not disciplined, if you don't have a plan, if you don't have a vision, you don't have a roadmap, you're just getting up in the morning, going to the office, don't know what to do, you're not going to achieve your dreams. It's not going to fall on your lap. I believe that a proper planning is a must, and then staying consistent on that plan, that's a key, and being focused. You will see failures. All of us have seen failures. I have seen little extra. So
we're gonna go through that, don't worry.
Failures are they're actually a part of success. And if you want to be successful in your life, you need to accept failures, because failures are the most important teachers that teach you what not to do. And next time when you are in that same zone of decision making, you will make better decisions. You will make more informed decisions. So these guys, they were not disciplined, and they were not consistent. So hence, I think for success, you need to be disciplined. You need to be consistent. You need to have that vision, which should be clear. This is where I want to reach, and day in and day out, that's what you eat, breathe, and sleep.
Let's go back to Hamptons. You joined Hamptons.
So I joined Hamptons. Yeah, I joined Hamptons, and in a very short span of time, I was one of the good agents there. Became the top performer in 2007. I was even awarded as the high selling agent in Dubai by EMAR in 2008 again for 2 consecutive years. So then I was promoted as a branch manager. Eventually, I was being given UAE manager for all the branches. So I used to manage all the branches in UAE.
How many they had?
So we had one in Emaar Business Park, one in downtown.
Which is still there, the one in Emaar Business Park.
It's still there. And there was in downtown, one was in Lakes, there was another one in Abu Dhabi.
Okay.
And there was another one in Marina. So we had 4 or 5 branches that time. So at Emaar, it's an institution. You work in Emaar, you learn so much. And every time, and they are the trendsetters. That's what I believe, and I will always believe that. They're the trendsetters. It's an institute. If you work in that institute, and if you're dedicated and hardworking, you will learn a lot.
And if you make it there, you can make it anywhere.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Because the competition out there it's an amazing competition there. It's so I won't say it's tough. There's nothing easy in life, but then if you have to work, you have to work. So yeah, surviving that and being one of the best people there gave me a lot of knowledge, experience, and then in 2012 I started my operations, my own setup, and so on and so forth. Then in 2016 we did
you jumped too fast. Tell me about 2008 when the crash hit.
So
the world crash hit, and eventually it hit Dubai with it.
2008, when the global financial crisis happened, since we are part of the globe, it wasn't just Dubai financial crisis, it was global financial crisis. I had never experienced it. I had never experienced anything like it. It was first time in my life. And, back in days, we used to buy and sell properties without having much of information, without having much of knowledge, not knowing what's happening around the world. In 2008, then I learned that it's also important to know what's happening around the world. I cannot be living in my own cocoon. I need to come out and see what's happening around the world, what's happening in the stock markets, what's happening in the trading, where is the money coming from. So I need to understand that. So it was a good learning experience. So 2008, when the market crashed, I think everyone that had invested that time in the market, and they were speculators, they made a loss. So did I, and then we learned, and we improved ourselves. And you keep improving yourself every now and then by learning what's happening out there in the market, things that you should do, things that you should not do.
Is it true that you used to sell tokens? Not only you, the agents and the market,
Agents
and some kind of bonds and ways to flip them and.
So yeah, so what used to happen back in days, there used to be long queues, and people used to stand for 2 days and 3 days to buy a property. And sometimes what people will do, they will sell the spot that they're on, and depending on the price of the property that's going to be launched, if it is something that's coming up in downtown, they'll probably sell a token for 50,000, 100,000,
which is more than the commission.
Which is pretty much more than the commission. Wow. So they will sell that. So yeah, that used to happen. I never did that, but yeah.
Because I heard it from multiple people.
Absolutely,
They used to say there was no sales centers back then. There used to be tents.
There used to be tents, one and one. There was one, and that tents were back in days. That was in maybe 2005. Tents, but then when they were sales centers, still they used to be like
people
mad
standing
queue
under
outside.
the sun,
yes,
waiting for multiple hours just to reach that tent, to just find this property, and they have 10 seconds. Either they take it or they will leave.
Maybe less than 10 seconds. They will see the list, this. So whatever they can get their hand on to, that's how it was.
Wow.
And eventually the market improved. Dubai in general improved the rules and regulations.
And the sales process.
They became more transparent. I think what Dubai did in past 20 years, it has never been witnessed in the history of mankind. So everything was unusual. What Dubai did is unusual. It's out of the book. It's like you're sitting in your exam, and it's a maths test, and the question comes from science. So I was not prepared for this. So it was completely out of the book. What we have seen in the history of mankind, what Dubai has achieved in past 20, 25 years, it's phenomenal. It's all because of, to be honest, the great leadership that we have in this country in UAE, and how quickly they evolve and they adapt to anything new, anything for the betterment of the community, of the society. So yeah.
So you left Sherlock Holmes, you left Hamptons, and you started Ottomans.
Yeah, I started Ottomans. So I started Ottomans. So when I started Ottomans, at that very point in time, so the competition out there was a lot. There were thousands of.
Which year was that?
It was 2012.
12.
So
it was the beginning of the recovery, the Arab Spring, and about the announcement of the Expo. No?
Expo came in 2013.
Yeah.
So when I started Ottomans, my goal was more towards so I had a plain sheet of paper. So what do I do next, and how do I do it? So I knew that I will be doing brokerage. That's what I know. So do I go with the typical brokerage model, or do I make some change in this? So I got intrigued with when I learned that how many landowners are there in Dubai, and they need the sales force, and they need someone who has a bit of idea of the construction of the management. So I went into exclusive projects. So out there in the exclusive projects, I didn't have. There was not much of a competition back then. Until now also, I don't see much of a competition in that genre of work. So I took 3 buildings in IMPZ. I took a couple of buildings in JLT. Then
Qasr
Sabah.
The white ones,
yes. So I did that. Then Dubai Sports City, I did a project, and and it went very well. And then in 2016 we formed one broker group. It was a great start, amazing concept, and yeah. After that we took Al Hattur City, We did Anantara at Palm, Duke's Oceana,
Even IGO Polo Residence Maidan.
Polo
It was the
Residence
same
Maidan.
time
Yes,
with Habtoor
yes,
City.
yes.
This is actually when the 5 companies merged. We became one group, and this was my first step towards the sales. Before that, I always used to be a leasing agent. And from the Habtoor City, it was maybe the first deals that we
Right.
were trying to do.
Right.
And from there, I started my sales career, and that's how we became working together under one roof.
Right.
I think this chapter, and everyone who was part of this experience, was the most molding
Right.
to where we're gonna become. So
Right.
eventually the concept was so beautiful, merging huge 5 companies together, having it as the biggest brokerage in the country.
True.
And when we all merged, this is where we learned that you cannot have too many cooks.
Too many cooks spoil the broth.
Yeah.
But
Tell us about it.
to be honest, the concept was a great concept, and even the people that were all of us that were in the leadership positions had a great experience. Came with a lot of knowledge. Just that sometimes things they just don't work out, but doesn't make anyone bad or anyone wrong. It's just that they simply don't work. That's what happened, and it was a great learning experience for all of us. I still meet pretty much all of them. We're still good friends. It was a good experience for me as a person. I learned a lot from all my partners back in days. I still learn from them. I still interact with them. I think the concept was great. It was just that it was too many cooks in the kitchen.
Too many opinions.
So some people, some liked Arabic, some people were more Italian food, some were Indian food with curry.
True,
so
that's
yeah,
true. Like it was all of nationalities.
all the nationalities.
That's
So
true.
it was great. I learned a lot. No regrets. Now I am pretty much the last man standing, so I'm happy.
Omar, tell me something. It's something that I really admire in you. How you stay calm during all of this? Like, for example, if people will have 1% of the troubles that you were at in some part of the time, maybe they will jump from balconies. You're always smiling. You have a peace of mind, like the world is not on fire around you, and you always stay calm. You don't even show signs of sadness or worries or anything, which is fascinating for me, and I envy you for it. I'm like, how does he control himself so much in this way?
See, to be honest, I believe that when we have a moment of joy, if I tell you a joke, right, you will laugh at it, and if I repeat the same joke again, probably you will not laugh at it.
Yeah.
So, I heard
It's gonna get boring.
Yeah, boring, right? So when we have a problem, you have this problem once, you think about it. It's foolish to think about the same problem again and again and trying to find the solution. Now you think about the problem, then you go back and you can only find, so you cannot figure out a solution to a problem with the same mind, with the same frame of mind that the problem was created with. So you need to have a different frame of mind. So if I'm in the same frame of mind by which the problem got created, I cannot use the same mind to solve the problem. So I need to kind of let it go first, clean the slate. Now let me see what is the solution. And I think any decision in life, it's extremely important you should always be calm. Stay calm, because that's when you will take the right decision. Otherwise, out of anger, out of anxiety, in rush, I've taken decisions. In rush, out of excitement, I have taken decisions. And believe me, every time I have done that, I had a bag full of regrets. So it's always good to absorb things first, analyze them, take your time, and then take a decision. So
You didn't have one problem. You were in a deep shit. This is what I'm trying to explain to you. Like, I know exactly what you're going through.
I had-
You had employees. you had family, you had your kid, you had your wife, and I'm sure no one knew what you were going through. You controlled yourself so perfectly. You got us doubting like if this guy has a problem or not. Like you perfected it.
So I'll tell you, one day I remember I woke up, it was early morning, it was very early, it was still dark outside. I had to wake up the sun. Wake up, I'm up, wake up. So I actually thought about it. I was like, okay, who do I go to seek for help? Then I went to my washroom, looked at myself in the mirror. I said, okay, I have found a guy. You are the one who's going to help me. So anytime you have a problem, it's you yourself that's going to help. So if you decide that I'm going to face it, I'm not going to run away. The moment you start running away from your problems, they will keep chasing you. But then I think it's important to face your problems, to face your fear. I believe in one thing, if you have to face your fear, you will face it once. So
until it's not scary anymore.
Once you faced it, you'll not be scared next time. So I think it's important to face your problems, sit down, figure out a solution. You can always find a solution. Only to death you cannot find a solution, but rest of it you can always find solution. I had my friends, my best of my friends, that I did not speak to them for years. Ultimately, I realized that, okay, whatever happened. I need to move on. That's gone, that's done. It has actually made me a better person. It has actually brought a lot to me than what I lost. So, in life, sometimes you need to move on. Look for opportunities, keep working hard, and stay consistent at your work. That's all. Show up regardless of what frame of mind you are in. What happened yesterday, there's a problem. You got to show up, face the problem. Don't run away from it.
Oh. Tell me something. Now, being this leader, and mashallah and God bless, you have over 150 employees in your company.
Right.
What are the main characteristics that you really enjoy in your agents, and what are the red flags for you?
See, as I previously mentioned, I judge people not by how much money they make, to be honest. But I judge them by their character. So how do I judge that? If I see someone, so I have had examples in my office. I had people that kept showing every day, 8:30, we start at 9, 8:30, at the office, working, doing as what they are told, pushing it hard, not closed a deal for 6 months. But what they did, they stayed consistent. They stayed honest to their work. And every time there was one of my colleagues, she came to me twice and she wanted to resign because she said, it's not for me. But I could see that she's actually doing the right thing. It's just that it's not taking time. And after that, I think the amount of deals that she has closed would be probably 1% agents in the market would close that many deals. So the consistency and discipline is the most important thing for me. You have people who would come at their own time, at their own convenience. They don't like to use systems. They don't like to
part-time job.
Do the right
real
thing.
estate is a part-time job.
They think real estate is a part-time job. If it is a part-time job, then you cannot be like him. If it is a part-time job, don't envy a guy who drives a Rolls Royce. No. If you know his history and how much he worked and how he worked and how many sleepless nights he had and what all compromises he had to do, if you can live that, you have a right to see that dream. If you cannot live that, you don't want to sacrifice, you don't want to give up, you don't want to invest your time, you don't want to work hard, I don't think you have a right to even dream of becoming rich and famous. You cannot. So hard work is the key.
You have a beautiful relationship with your wife.
Yes.
God bless. She's like your best friend, and I know for a fact that you always have this rule that no matter what happens to you during the day, once you step a foot in the house, you throw everything outside.
Absolutely.
You come as a different man. You enjoy your time with Adam, and now with again, God bless, mashallah,
Leela.
your baby girl Leela, and with all of the blessings that she brought to your life. Tell us how important all of this is from your daily life, and how, I'm sure this is the motivation for you, but how do you see it?
I think any strong person has a strong bond with their family. In my toughest time, it was my family that supported me. My wife, my parents, my siblings, my brother, sister. So I think family is it's the most important thing, because they will always be with you regardless of your goods and bads. I need a coffee. Otherwise, I'll make it wet. So I think, yeah, it was my family that stood around me, and they supported me a lot. To be honest, for a good 1 year, my family had absolutely no clue of what I was going through. And somehow they learned it from outside.
Mm-hmm.
And my wife came to me one day, said, "You have a problem?" I said, "Yeah, I have a small problem." Yeah, I have a small problem. And she was like, "What is it?" I said, "Don't worry, it's fine, I'll manage it." And yeah, when she learned about it, and she was surprised. Even my dad learned it after I solved it.
Your dad in Kashmir?
In Kashmir.
Wow.
He learned about it after I solved it. So it's like, "You have a problem and not tell me." I said, "It's gone, Dad, it's gone." It's done. So yeah, family is something, it's God gifted. As they say, God chooses it. My wife, she's been my friend since my childhood. We have studied together, and we shared a very...
How many years?
20, 25, 26 years.
Wow.
I know my wife, yeah, and she's an amazing girl, and I'm blessed to have someone like someone like her in my life as a wife. So yeah, and then I have two beautiful kids, and yeah, all my family. My sister, I mean, she's been a rock star all my life. My brother, my mom and dad, yeah. So everyone has been great.
All right, tell us now about this massive success you have done in Stella Maris. I'm sure you don't mind that
Yeah, of
mentioning
course,
names, okay? But it's like you took this building on exclusive rights.
Right.
The building is mega. I cannot even evaluate it. How much was that?
It was about $1 billion dirham.
$1 billion dirhams that you ended up finishing in 4 months, 5 months. You
Yeah.
sold all of this, which is not normal. This figures cannot be done in 4 months, and you ended up doing it. You were so focused on it. Even myself, I have seen you in the building. You are a CEO of a company, and you were meeting each client by client.
So in life, I'm generally a very passionate person. If I do something, I do it with passion. Even sometimes when we play also, I play with passion. Anthony knows what I mean. So I'm a very passionate person. So when I got Stella Maris as exclusive, I knew that if I do right in this, this can put me to a place wherein I always dreamt of. So it was important for me to be there day in and day out, and I had made a promise to all my team that I will not leave this sales center till I sell the last unit in the building.
Wow.
So I would.
How many? They were 400 something?
I had about 313 units. So we sold them at my. I think my team did a great job, and to be honest, a major part of my success is also because of my team. I mean, they stood by me in my toughest times. and they stood behind me like a family, the management of the company, and they were like, okay, we are there with you. They believed in my vision. They believed in what I was telling them. Okay, this is our plan. This is what we're going to do. They believed in that, and we stood as a team. I think it's important when you are together as a team in your toughest time, you will see wonders will happen. So I think my team I will always give them that credit. They just make me look good. That's all.
So you are as good as the people you surround yourself with. This is no doubt about it. Right, we finished this project, and now we kind of like seeing the One Broker Group is becoming as the sales force of big developments into multiple areas in Dubai.
Right.
Would you love to share with us what's coming new?
So we recently launched a building in Al Furjan called Zazen Gardens, a beautiful development.
It's the same developer who did in
JBT.
Yeah,
JBT, Zazen 1. Then we are next week, probably first week of January, we're coming up with a building in Dubai Hills. Then we have another building, 5-star residence coming on Sheikh Zayed Road. It's going to be one of, I think, the best hotel and residence in Dubai. I'm coming with that. And then next year, Q1, we're coming up with a project in downtown Jabal Ali, and we have another one in Business Bay. So overall, we have about
busy 23.
Yeah. So what I do is I'm not only focusing on sales. I do the project management, coordinating with Dubai Land Department, registrations, collecting payments, dealing with all authorities. So it's a full package for the developer that we manage. It's not just sales or marketing. We do the administration. We do everything for the developer. Pretty much a turnkey solution for the developer. We also do development management. So it's been a great experience. In Dubai, people evolve and that's a beautiful thing about this country. If you are someone who's hardworking and who is there to learn, this country will give you endless opportunities, and that's what you will see a lot of them out there. So I think
you can hit rock bottom and then you can bounce stronger than before, and we are two examples of
so hitting the rock bottom. And a few weeks back I got awarded as the highest selling agent by Dubai Land Department for 2021,
which is an amazing achievement. Omar, tell me now, can any brokerage come work with you on this development?
Absolutely.
Do you have a commission scheme for different agencies?
Yes.
So now you are the master
yes,
developer?
Master agency.
Yeah.
We do work with all the brokerages. I work with everyone. I believe in business. You can only grow a business when you collaborate. I don't believe in confrontation. I did that for a short period of time, but then it will only take away things from you. So in business, I think it's very important to focus on collaborations, and they will make you successful. So yes, I work with pretty much everyone. Anyone that is that needs our services, we're there to help.
So you've heard that what Omar just mentioned. I'm sure they surpassed 1,000 units coming in 2023.
But 1,200 units.
Yeah, so if you want to make the serious money, all what you need to do is reach out to One Broker Group, sign an agency agreement with them, and they will handle the rest. Today in the morning when I was coming to the office, I made a story and I'm like, I'm having this guest today, and if you guys have any questions, shoot it up. There is some questions that we cannot say on air, like Sinan's question. I will tell you. I'm sure you have an idea. There is a few questions I enjoyed. So one guy was saying, what will be your prediction from now until 2025?
See, Dubai, the growth that Dubai has had for last 2 years, I think this will stay consistent right now. And it's not a bubble. right? What people might be thinking, it's a bubble. It's not a bubble at all. We deal with clients, we deal with end users, we deal with investors that are coming in. Anyone that is coming into the market is a long-term investor. And even if a short-term investor, they still have a horizon of 2 years and 3 years. It's not that they only have 10%, they're booking a property and they want to flip it after 10%. You don't see speculators around. So in any market, you will find a bit of speculation, which is healthy also. You need like 5% of speculations happening in the market. But then I see with Dubai, the kind of infrastructure overall as an economy that UAE is building, I think that will only make us grow. And especially the amount of population that is coming, the new
70,000 millionaires has moved to Dubai. That's by itself.
I think Dubai will grow. And if you compare Dubai, I have said it in several interviews, if you compare Dubai with any other major city in the world, right, we still are very economical in terms of the prices. For the residential and the kind of lifestyle that you get, the infrastructure that you get, the ease of doing business that you get in Dubai, the safety and security that you get in Dubai. I think Dubai still has a huge room. And that's why you see all these investors that are coming in, they see a 1-bedroom for $1 million or $2 million, and they find it cheap. Right? They find it very affordable.
I mean, a studio in London is a 3-bedrooms villa in Dubai.
Yes. So you see the amount of opportunities that you get here, and for an investor, and the rental yield that you get in Dubai, you still are able to hit in tier 1 areas.
Yes. There's no tax.
There are no taxes. So even in tier A areas, you still go with 4, 5, 6% in some cases. Tier 2 areas, you're still around 6, 7%. Or if you go to tier 3 areas, you're still around 8, 9%, which you probably, I don't think you will be able to get it in anywhere in the world. So and plus, you have the dirham is pegged to dollar, so the very stable currency. Economically, UAE is very stable. Politically, they're extremely stable, and they're open. They're open to ideas. They're open to try anything that will bring benefit to the people of Dubai, which is the biggest advantage Dubai has. And to be honest, till 25, all I see is growth right now. All I see is growth, because everything is planned. And the growth is absolutely sustainable. Now people have this wrong impression of oversupply. When you look at the townhouses market, in total, Dubai would have in freehold about, not sure about the number, maybe 10%, 20% plus minus, 45,000 villas and townhouses around. And the amount of people that come to Dubai, you don't have many townhouses. Even if you hand over whatever the number you will hand over, you can never match that demand. And also in terms of the apartments, I think the supply is not enough. People might think that there's enough supply. When you see the supply, this will be coming to the market in next 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. It's spread out. And if you then see the inflow of people that are coming to Dubai, you will see that gap. So as long as we have that, you will see the market going up. Even if it slows down, it will still be stable. So you will not see in Dubai real estate.
I have no doubt. I can even guarantee you from now until 2030, we're gonna be on an extreme boom. Whatever you're buying today will double, triple, and quadruple until then.
It's every time, all these new ideas that Dubai comes with golden visa program, and you can literally get a license in 1 minute in Dubai Economic Department.
It's on the phone now. You don't even have to go.
You don't even have to go. So this, you will not find this anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world, you will not find this. So all these add up, and they add up towards the advantages of being in Dubai, living in Dubai, or doing business in Dubai.
How do you feel that corporate tax coming in June 2023 will boost the market, and how this money will be put to use, as we say?
So if you see a corporate tax of 9%, anywhere in the world, I come from India, so you pay anywhere between 32 to 35, 37, or even 40% taxes there. Or anywhere in the world, that's what you would ideally pay, the taxes. So 9%, the amount of money that UAE government actually deploys in the infrastructure of the country, and and creating those new opportunities. I think that's where the money is going to be used. Not only that will create jobs, that will also create a lot of opportunities for people like us living in Dubai, or people who are at the job. So you will see this. It's like a funnel. Everyone will get benefit out of this. So I definitely see that growth happening because of this, and it's good. 9% of corporate tax is it's, to be honest, it's the least that you would pay anywhere in the world.
Tell me now, the same guy who asked me about what's your prediction until 2025, he also asked me that Indians has been the number one investors in Dubai for a very long time. Do you think this is gonna sustain, and until when, in your own opinion?
See, as long as the population of India is growing,
which will always happen,
so you will always see why Dubai is preferred, or UAE is preferred by Indians. It's just 3 hours of flight radius from all the major cities of India. So 3 hours. If within India, if I have to travel, that sometimes in some cities, from one city to another, that's the time that it will take. So 3 hours, and then all the benefits that UAE offers. I think it will only continue to grow. Having said that, we have also witnessed in past 2 years, Europeans have massively shown a great interest in the country, in real estate, in businesses. Russian investors have kind of shown a great interest in waterfront properties. We are yet to see Chinese investors coming back hopefully once the lockdown opens in China. Once they come in, you will see that boom again in the market. So I think it will always have that flow of different nationalities coming in and investing. But as Indians, we will be up there. If not number one, we'll be in top 3, always.
Omar, this has been amazing. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Now, I want to finish it with one last question. So let's say fast forward from here 10, 15, 20 years. Your kids will stumble to this episode on YouTube. Which message would you like to leave them as way of life?
Be honest, believe in yourself, work hard, and stay consistent on your goal. You might see, hurdles, you might see difficulties, you'll have to face some walls, but stay consistent and believe in yourself.
Wow. Thanks a lot for
Thank
coming.
you.
This has been amazing. Really enjoyed this episode.
Thank you, Anthony, for inviting me. And I'm so happy to see your success and your modesty with your success. I think that's the most important thing.
Thanks.
Thank you.